What's the latest update, Shane, quickly?
Well, so the latest update was that unfortunately there was a bit of a rain delay. 1:30 was the inspection, 1:40. So anytime now will be the toss. Match starts at 2:15, so no overs lost in that regard, which is a good thing considering it's a deciding match. Actually, first ball's at 2, not 2:15.
So what is the latest update you said?
That the rain delay, well, that wasn't really much of a delay, thankfully. So
Toss is right now, which is at 1:40 Indian Standard Time. Let me just fill you in what had happened. It was supposed to start at 1:30 p.m. but the toss has been delayed by more than 10 minutes. About 40 minutes is the delay for the toss. So it's 1:40. That is right now the toss is taking place. We'll give you the latest update on that. Other than that, as far as the playing conditions are concerned, let me just finish with that. With the playing conditions are concerned, that you will have a full 50 over match, not necessarily a shortened thing because they haven't lost a lot of time. So a full 50 over match is what you're going to see. A full innings of one day cricket is going to be there. Also, the playing time is 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is exactly at what time the match starts. So, which is actually a delay of 30 minutes. But remember, they have 1 hour, which is a buffer time in which they cover up. So within 1 hour, if the game is to start, they do not lose any overs. Now the latest update is that Shikhar Dhawan has won the toss and he's decided to bowl. That means India would be chasing. No surprises there, because if there is a bit of rain about, it's always good to know what you're going to be chasing, and also if the totals get changed as the game progresses. The other bit of big news is South Africa have had another change in captain. So you've got David Miller captaining today. You had Keshav Maharaj captaining the last time, and in the first ODI you had Temba Bavuma. So 3 matches and South Africa have gone through 3 captains. The fact that David Miller is captaining is an indicator that maybe Temba Bavuma and Keshav Maharaj both aren't playing, because you see no reason why suddenly you'll have a situation where Temba doesn't play, so you give Keshav a match to captain, and suddenly in the next match, if he's playing, somebody else comes. So Klaasen, David Miller, Wayne Parnell, I'm just running through South African team. And then they've got Keshav. So Keshav Maharaj is playing. Bjorn Fortune, and I think you've got Lungi Ngidi coming into the game.
I think they decided they may have needed someone who can bowl cutters.
Yeah, India's playing 11. Shikhar, Shubman, Ishan, Shreyas Iyer. No changes there at the moment. And then you've got Sanju Samson, Shahbaz, Shardul Thakur, Washington Sundar. No changes there as well. And the last bit is Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Siraj, Avesh Khan. So no change in the Indian playing 11. I saw Akash Bhardwaj's question saying that will you have Rahul Tripathi? Well, the answer to that is no, because we've already had the team announced. So the Indian team has made no changes, which means Rahul Tripathi once again kind of unlucky to have missed out. He missed out, if you remember, in the tour to Ireland. Travelled there, did not get a game. Was selected here, may have been hoping that in the 3 ODIs gets a chance, but does not. India made the change after losing the first game, but then this was also expected. Once you won a match, maybe you didn't expect the Indian team to make any changes. Also, with the 2 spinners coming in, I think they give you that option or the balance that India was looking in. So you have 6 bowling options, plus you have decent batsmen in a Shahbaz, in a Washington Sundar, and in a Shardul Thakur. I think 3 of them then fill that gap that you may have. So treating all 3 as all-rounders, I think India's balance is looking good. VVS Lakshman giving a team a pep talk, which is probably an indication that for the Indian team also, winning a series is a must. Remember, it is also an important series for South Africa. They are fighting for those championship points. They're still 11th in that ranking.
Correct.
They need to be in top 10, so they're still a place down. So for them, 10 top points. 8. Sorry?
It's top 8 to automatically qualify, and then the next 4, I think, go into the qualifiers.
They're 11, but
they're 11. So if you're 11, 12, their thing is to miss out on the playing the qualifiers. They want to be in the top 8 and automatically qualify.
Yeah, but for them to be in top 8, is it possible now?
Probably not. They probably need to have actually won all 3 games here. Then I think, remember, they had that Australia series as well, which they called off. It was supposed to be happening in January, but they called that off.
That was their call.
Yeah, that was their call. They called it off for SA20. So there is still a chance, but they'd have to win today. And I think, I'm not sure what the series are in the future.
10 points for stake, I think, with every win. So that is going to be important in the larger scheme of things. And I'm guessing, they'll have a few more ODIs. So we'll get to know. Sorry?
Akash Bharadwaj is saying that Jansen is there, no Maharaj. I think, has there been some sort of an error by the broadcasters? Can we check?
No. I think he's saying no Marco Jansen. I think that's what he...
No, Marco is there, see? No Maharaj, and Marco Jansen comes in.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was a bit surprised.
And also Andel
Filikuaya. Because I think we were looking at the teams sent out by the broadcasters. I think they made a mistake when they written Keshav Maharaj. And that is why now they've changed it. So which is why I was a bit surprised that Keshav Maharaj is playing, but you've removed him as captain after that one game. That would be unlikely. So they've changed that. So let's look at the South African team. Quinton de Kock, Janneman Malan, Riza Hendricks, Aiden Markram, Henrik Klaassen, David Miller. So that is unchanged. So your openers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Is that
no, I think Miller's 6.
5, 6. Yeah. So till 6 you are the same. That South Africa have gone exactly the same 6 they had last time. The changes is Marco Jansen comes in
for Keshav Maharaj,
and that's interesting because Marco Jansen has also been drafted into that T20 World Cup squad now. So that is interesting. He has come in, and Pelakulayo comes in. Fortune didn't have a great game with the ball. I thought was okay. He started with the new ball. And then they've got Lungi Ngidi comes back, didn't play the last game, is back and running Nokia. So Kagiso Rabada is also rested. So they basically, and so is Wayne Parnell.
So they have one full-time spin option in Fortune, that's it.
Yeah, and I think they'll go with Markram. Also maybe with the conditions here, maybe it has been raining as you know in Delhi for the last 1 week. Today also it was cloudy to begin with.
No, it rained in Delhi around 11ish. That's why the outfield got wet.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, 20 solid minutes of rain and then the sun comes out like nothing's happened.
It didn't rain here in Noida. So
I was actually worried I'd be running late because of the rain.
Rain in Delhi but no rain in Noida, so maybe because of that. But also Delhi, it depends, right? This is old Delhi, East Delhi.
Yeah.
So whether it rained in your part of Delhi, and that can be a...
Although to be fair, wet outfield over there would probably mean it at least got sun.
No, because they were also sweating over the fact that they haven't got sun for like a good 5-6 days.
Yeah, actually today was the first bit of sun I'd seen in a while.
So they were already worried yesterday that even if it doesn't rain, will we still be ready in time?
Correct.
That was the concern. But as I said, the delay is not that much considering the weather that we've had recently. So looking at that, it's not too much of an issue that we have. Let me check out what else. KTT is saying Maharaj has fallen sick.
Unfortunate.
Is it like
a weather type thing maybe? Who knows?
Yeah, because I saw him in deep discussion with the coach, so I'm not sure whether he's that sick or not. But the one who was very upset is Silly Point. He's a huge Temba Bavuma fan.
The Temba Ian?
Yes, so what is he saying?
He's making light of something which should be made light about, really.
Acha.
Yeah.
So he says he bunked his lecture today to watch Temba play. So since he's not there, he's going to now not watch the match. He's going to the balcony of his hostel room. God. What are you going to do? Sit in the balcony, have chai, pakoda? I think you should.
To be fair, is the weather for that? Even today.
But you don't know which part of the country.
He's in Guwahati. Remember, he was mentioning to us.
Oh, Guwahati.
He's the one who had passes for the match. Wasn't sure if he could go because of the hostel warden.
Acha, is he the one?
Yeah, Silly Point.
Guwahati always has lovely weather. And this time of the year, it will be probably raining there. It rains a lot there. So I guess, you can have some nice chai. But come back and watch. It's okay if Temba isn't playing. I know he's your
he'll be playing the World Cup. Unless a side strain pops up.
No, don't be. I told you the other day, I saw Robin Uthappa. He's picked Temba as the dark horse surprise package to watch out for in the T20 World Cup. One who can spring a surprise. You never know in those conditions.
Absolutely. Someone who can rotate the strike, turn ones to twos, gritty batsmen basically bat through. Why not?
Yeah. And also that is T20 right now, though he's not playing a one-day match, so it's not too much of that sort of relevance to this game. So don't blame him at all.
Scroll down.
We got a few questions. Divyanshu Samal is saying Dhawan has bought a book to study in the field. By the way, that's a very interesting point, Divyanshu, because the way the one-day match is going, I also actually carry a book some days to office, because we meet you before the game starts and then we chat up with the 11 and everything, take your questions. And then T20 game, you get no chance to breathe.
Yes,
so there is no
by.
chance of reading, no chance of watching anything. But in a one-day game, I also tend to bring a book and then I read it. And then by the time the mid-show comes, then you have another set of 50 overs to be bowled.
And don't forget, mid-show is also longer in this case, because it's an ODI match, means you get
the mid-shows I don't get bored, because I love talking and interacting. It's only when the match is on. I don't know what cricket crazy fans who watch, or our family members or our subscriber, whatever, I don't know what they make of the one-day game. But he's not the first one. I remember images of our captain Mithali Raj
would often
she would often bring a book to one-day games, even if she was on to bat next, she would read. So Dhawan has also got. I want to know what book has he got.
Also, don't forget, today if there's a rain interruption chance, nothing worse. We could do much worse than reading in between that.
Yeah. Mayank Kumar is saying New Zealand played 3 wicket keepers, but that wicket keeper
bowls as well.
Today's game, by the way, what a dominating win by New Zealand. Once again, it's Pakistan's batting that's showing up. They've been doing well. I think they're still on top, or were at least on top before this game started in that tri-series. Bangladesh bottom, New Zealand. Maybe now New Zealand is tied with them on points. I think they're tied. I don't know who's on top on the points table. But Pakistan and their weakness in bowling has been found out a few times. Weakness in batting been found out a few times, and that's been happening consistently. It's their bowling actually that is helping them win the game.
Bowling and their
today, once again, the batting didn't come good. They put up a below par total. And I know a lot of people will say that, listen, New Zealand chased it down at a canter without losing any wickets. It was pretty easy. But you also got to realize what happens when it's a below par total, you don't really need to take any risk. So if you can play some controlled cricket, so that doesn't make Pakistan's bowling necessarily that bad, just that if you don't have enough runs to defend, as it happened with India in the last T20 World Cup, you didn't have enough runs to defend. So, you can't really expect to win a game from there. If you give them a decent total, that bowling will come good. So, but that is not happening. Once again, once the top order of Rizwan Babar didn't work,
then that's it.
That was a collapse waiting to happen. Shan Masood should have made use of this opportunity. Shadab they sent last time around and he did well, but this time not so much. Iftikhar not been getting runs, though a highest scorer today.
But look at that strike rate. 100.
No, but imagine the situation he must have been in.
You'd have been coming in
lost a lot of wickets.
Down,
so then nobody, then if Haider is not getting, Asif Ali also, none of them are getting runs. So
that's a
that
concern.
was, so India will feel very confident. India have their own concern of not having enough bowlers and leaking a lot of runs.
Honestly, if you can get out, you know for a fact that with Pakistan you get 2 players out and it's game on.
Yeah, but India would have to get those 2 players out.
Last time round, remember, that didn't happen. They chased down whatever runs they had, 10 wicket win.
The game that you won, you got Babar early. In Asia Cup, Rizwan batted well. And the other game, their rare occasion when the middle order fired, Nawaz came and got some runs.
Look at
and then Iftikhar also got runs.
Jeez, 1 4 and 6 sixes.
Yeah. Finn Allen was in good form. Conway also gradually getting into form, and I think Kane Williamson is easing himself in, not taking undue risk, because he's going to be key for them as the World Cup starts. So he didn't have a great IPL, needs to just get back slightly into form. So just looking at other teams, it's pretty interesting. Now don't also go by low scores, because remember you're playing in New Zealand, bowler friendly conditions, so that may not necessarily happen when you go to Australia. It'll be completely different conditions on offer, as you saw in that Australia-England game. High scoring. game. So, watch out for that. But good T20 World Cup. What did Ashwin said that they are here early?
Because they're taking the T20 World Cup very seriously this time around.
But I'm a bit surprised. You mean to say they didn't take
that's what I was wondering what the implication of that line was.
Yeah.
Well, he did say that, this time we've never really played cricket at this time of the year in Australia. So we want to get acclimatized to that part as well.
That's a valid point. Valid point. They are getting used to this time of the year, not having played in Australia.
I don't know the last time anyone played in Australia this time.
Usually it's the end of the year.
Yeah, November, December.
Peak summer.
Peak summers, correct.
This time, before the peak summer comes, the tournament will be over, which is a good relief for us as journalists covering, because in peak summers, believe you me, Australia can give Delhi a fight for the heat. Adelaide, I remember India-Pakistan game, the 2015 World Cup. I thought Delhi was better than Adelaide in terms of heat. It was so hot, unbearably hot.
The temperatures get a little extreme down in that.
Yeah, there 40 feels 45, 46 because the sun is pretty strong.
And they're also surrounded by desert, Australia.
Exactly. So gets really hot there. Nights gaming, I'm not leaving sports today. Who told you that?
Where did you get that one from?
Nights gaming, you're being naughty.
Speaking of naughty, look at what Silly Point has to say.
Yes, Silly Point is in Guwahati. He is mentioning about BCCI president. See, everyday news is changing. 2 days ago, news was that Roger Binney, because Silly Point mentions Stuart, Roger Binney is becoming president, and that Jay Shah is secretary and various things. Then a day later, there were rumors that Saurav Ganguly is in the race. Jay Shah will remain secretary. Now today, various sources which have been confirmed by news agencies like PTI and the likes, that no, it is going to be Stuart Binney. Sorry, I keep saying that. Apologies. It's all because of you, Silly Point. Get out of here. Roger Binney is front runner. Jay Shah front runner to be secretary. Rajiv Shukla as the vice president. Then you'll have Arun Dhumal as the IPL chairman. So that is the latest that is there. But I say never say never. The elections are on the 18th, even though sometime consensus can be reached. I have been privy to a lot of BCCI elections in the past which I have covered, where even before the meeting starts, something is decided, everyone is agreed on, but by the time the meeting gets over, things change. By the way, last time around also, nobody had picked Saurav Ganguly to be president. It was very last moment.
And then...
Yeah, so never say never when it comes to the BCCI, but this is the latest news as of now. Aditya Mohanty wants to know strongest looking team for the FIFA World Cup. Not on this video, but do a separate video on that. Maybe one of these days we'll do it. Do you think Rahul wants to know, could have looked at Mukesh Kumar? I know what you're saying, that Avesh doesn't look out of this world. Avesh had a good game last time around, but I think it becomes the same thing. You invested in him, and I agree. Just drop him like he's not in the best of form, but give him some extended run. And after you've seen enough of him, then take a final call. No point, and we keep criticizing how you rushed a lot of players in, like Venkatesh Iyer, Vijay Shankar, Shivam Dubey. All of them got a few games here and there, and then you discarded them pretty early. So, Aditya Mohanty, these are gossip items. Gossip items. We really don't care about Urvashi Rautela. If you frankly ask, for my opinion,
no.
I think she's hungry for publicity. She just keeps throwing her name in. Rishabh Pant hasn't even spoken of her or even acknowledges her presence. She's the one who's too excited to be linked. It's all because of us also in the media that we keep giving her publicity because of that. Whereas there is, she lands up in Asia Cup, she's here, then we keep looking and, tagging Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant hasn't said anything. The only time he said was when she did a video claiming a few things, and he said, "Behan, maaf karo, aisa kuch nahi hua, please mera picha chodo." So he's made it pretty clear, "Behan ki chhod do," but she just doesn't give up because she's enjoying the limelight and questions and coverage or gossip columns. She's enjoying all of that. So South Africa are out to bat. I think India didn't make the same mistake that South Africa did
last time around.
Won the toss and bat first. India is not doing it. Interesting to see Washington Sundar with the new ball. So that is nice. He will bowl with the new ball, and he's bowled with the new ball earlier as well. So that's interesting. Is he bowling with the new ball?
Yeah, they were putting his name out and everything, so pretty sure it's him.
Sanju is your keeper today.
Yeah.
They have multiple options.
They could be. No, I think every match previously, Kishan was in the outfield always.
Yeah, so no chance to Ishan Kishan. Suman Awasthi says, I love the ODI game. It's the most difficult format now. You see the talent, and it's difficult for viewers to watch the full game because T20. Think about players, how hard it's for them to adjust. No, Suman, I agree that it's not an easy format. You have to balance it out. You have to think how to attack and defend. Similar, I think Test is the toughest because it really tests you. That skill. A lot of people can have this skill to just see the ball, hit the ball. But the skill to survive and have concentration for hours on end.
To get better.
Even for the bowlers to keep bowling hour after hour, ball after ball. All of that really tests you. So that is the toughest one. I agree. There's nothing wrong in judging the skills of a player, and this requires a different bit of skill and no, demeaning that. That's all. I'm saying for the viewer's perspective, after T20 cricket has come, it has kind of become very difficult.
It's become a slog to sit through that whole day, 8 odd hours.
Yeah. So okay then. On that note, we'll take your leave. Any predictions you want to make?
Tough to make predictions.
There's no Ricky Patel who will make predictions.
Chalo bhai, score predictions. But no, let's say I think South Africa will get around 280 and India will win. I think
280.
Yeah, 280 and India will win.
I'm going with 305. And I still think India will win. Okay then. Take care. See you in mid innings. Bye bye. See you. Vanakkam.